Like I told you, Tony, it was 7 miles. Fun and games. But back to the gear. I mean, I know I've done this once or twice before on this ride already. Back to the gear. Whenever I went down, whenever I first got my gear, I got what I could afford. What's safe? Was it the best? No. But yet it wasn't the worst. I mean, I had friends telling me I needed a snail approved, which I did agree. The extra approval would be nice. But DOT is all it's required. So that's what I got. Like I said, I was worried that it would not I was worried about money, and I was worried that maybe, you know, riding motorcycles wasn't my thing. My thing. Talking about my thing. So I wanted to go inexpensive, not out of my budget, but make sure that my noggin was safe for like things like that just happened, and going off the bike. And I wanted, other protections. I mean, my bike even, I even went low cost on the motorcycle. I mean, I thought I had the abilities to be able to work on motors, but I never did work on a bike before until this one. I had the abilities, so I knew, yeah, I could do it. I had a lot of learning to do, I knew. But yeah, the bike, when I picked it up, it ran me $250. I mean, it was a junk. It was basically around about like almost like a junkyard find, almost. Needed a lot of work to be ridden. To date, I have, I'd say just under 800 invested in it to date. But I mean, a little bit of that $800 was just my own foolishness. I'll be honest with you on that one. And I mean, you make mistakes everywhere. Does she still need a little TLC? Oh yeah, 30 years old, she's always going to need it. The main thing is she doing what she's meant to do? Is she rideable? Is she safe? And I've made it all that. Does she leak oil? Yeah, she leaks oil. It's more of a seat than a leak. But she does leak oil a little bit whenever I first start her out in the morning. After a minute or two of letting her idle, she smokes up my garage a little bit. is does it smoke out the tailpipe? Yeah, it does smoke out the tailpipe a little bit on the left-hand side until it warms up, but I kind of figured that's expected without a total rebuild for being 30 years old. But it's not a whole lot, it's just a teeny bit, and it's blue. I know it's oil. And I mean, I don't know about motorcycles. I've had vehicles do that and last me many years. So it's not a big deal. Not to me anyway. I'm not a little reply to a message at one of my subscribers. He knows who he is. Sent a nice little comment on one video. Oh, just get a, what was it? A Berman. Are you done with it? That's fine and dandy. But I'm not a super scoot person. I like my street machines. I don't care if they've gone uphill or gone up or not. I mean, I like the full control. I like the control. I don't like to let the machine do the work for myself. And that, I mean, that keeps me out of super scoots. I mean, I'm not that old of a person, even though I know a lot of younger guys have scoots. Nothing against them, they like it. I see you get what you want and you love what you want. I mean, just like going back to the subscriber that I'm mentioning, I'm talking to, he likes his dual sports. I mean, he's big about dual sports and everything, and that's fantastic. Myself, keep me out of dual sport. And he's looking at getting a bike right now, and I mean, that's fantastic for him. But oh yeah, oh yeah. And about new bikes, people say, well, they don't break down as much. Well, I mean, I can't speak for motorcycles. This is my first motorcycle, as of course. But I'm speaking about cars. I've had brand new cars that gave me more trouble than new ones, even if they are under warranty. It's just the idea, hey, I gotta take that vehicle back in or have them tow it back in, and I'm out the vehicle I'm paying for during the time. Even if they do give me a rental, it's not my same vehicle I'm paying for. Which, I mean, to me, it irritates the bejeebies out of me when that happens. For this thing here, has it given me trouble? Yeah, it has. Lots of troubles, actually. Has it made me irritated at it to the point where I'm like, you know, what the heck with this bike? Actually, yeah, it has. I've spent many nights rolling, not sleeping over this thing. But I always came back clear-headed the next day, and it was like, duh, there's the problem. Let's get her fixed. Boy, I love my bike. And like I said, CRC 401 commented on my video. I love my LTD. It's fantastic. I love mine too. It is. I might be wrong, and SCRC 401. If you are if you're watching this, let me know. Make sure I'm not. If I am wrong, let me know. I'm pretty sure the 454s are the more uncommon motorcycles. That's what he rides. Fantastic bikes. I actually had in my possession a 440 LTD once. In fact, a couple of my pictures that I have posted up has it in the background beside the boat was inside my garage. It was in pieces. It was a junker. No title. And when I first got it, I thought, oh, you know what, I might be able to get a title for this. It made it impossible with our state to get a title for it. So I went ahead and took it apart and salvaged what I could out of it. And some of the parts are actually in this thing, so it lives on. My handlebars actually came off of that bike. The handlebars that it was on this bike whenever I got it were the low drag bars. I didn't care for them. Somebody was trying to turn this into like a drag bike, or I forget the name of that they call them. Myself, I like a cruiser. I want them like I call it a mini cruiser. So I turned her back to what she's supposed to be. And I mean, she's a good bike for it. A good bike for it. And if somebody would ask me about the old KZ, I mean, the KZ in my eye is a much superior machine in its day. Let me just put it that way. It's a superior machine of its day. It's a lot like my motor. KZ 750 held, I believe, I mean, I might be wrong at this one how many years, but I know it was at least 2 to 3 years. It held the world class speed record in its day. And is it a comfortable bike? Yeah, it's a comfortable bike. Can it be improved? Yes, it can be improved.